Chaos at the Pasadena Apple store. Fights break out, people arrested, and some of the people waiting in line for the new iPhone were driven from LA Skid Row by a man who plans to resell the phones. Eyewitness News reporter Giovanna Lara was there for all of it. And what's going on now, Giovanna? Have things calmed down?
Well, Philip, it was quite a story out here this morning, but now things are much calmer. Take a look. It's a whole different scene out here. The line of people trying to buy iPhones isn't as long, and it's much calmer, as I said. Earlier this morning, however, violence erupted on the streets, and 3 people were arrested by Pasadena police.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Punches fly outside the Apple store in Pasadena. Police storm in, arresting 2 men. Later, 2 women fight it out on the ground as their boyfriends face off in an angry confrontation. One of those men ends up running into the street, throwing himself against a passing truck. He too was detained by police. The violence unfolded as hundreds of people stood in line for hours, a handful of them for several days, waiting to buy a new iPhone. The long line's routine every time Apple sells a new iPhone, but this time the line was packed with 80 to 100 people from Skid Row.
It ballooned really quickly, and just a huge group came in behind us.
Witnesses say the people were driven into Pasadena by this man who promised to pay them $20 in exchange for each iPhone claim ticket they handed him.
I buy phones.
You buy phones?
I buy phones.
What do you do? What?
And I resell them.
What do you do?
A lot more. It's not illegal. It's not against the law to buy. I'm buying them at full retail price.
Police say it's not illegal, but Apple corporate caught wind of the man's plan and refused to sell him more than about a dozen phones. He, in turn, refused to pay the folks who waited in line. That's when the chaos erupted.
All I know is that we sat here, and now we're not being paid.
Got us down here. We spent the night all night.
Last night.
We got no money. We got nothing.
I want my $40 right now.
The man was later confronted by a crowd demanding money, clawing at the phones in his hands. Police had to drive him away for his safety. Meantime, Apple fans who braved a long night in anticipation of getting their hands on the 5C or the 5S watched in disgust, saying all of it seemed unfair.
It's just annoying to hear all this ruckus all night, yelling, cussing, smoking cigarettes. I feel like it wasn't fair for them to just sit out here, but it happened, it's life.
Now, we called Apple corporate for reaction to all of the happenings out here today, and we are still waiting to hear from them. In the meantime, I can tell you that the wait time here in Pasadena to get into the store is about half an hour. So if you want to get your hands on a new iPhone, you might want to check this store out. We're live in Pasadena. Giovanna Lara, ABC 7 Eyewitness News. Back to you.